The Super Bowl is more than just a game. It's a cultural event that brings together the best of sports, music, and entertainment. Every year, the world's eyes are glued to the halftime show, where artists take center stage, showcasing their biggest hits in front of millions. This year, Kendrick Lamar, one of hip-hop's most revered figures, was set to perform during the Super Bowl halftime show. But just before his performance, something unexpected happened. Joe Budden, a figure known for his no-holds-barred opinions, publicly trashed Kendrick Lamar's song list for the show, creating a stir that sent shockwaves through the rap community. Joe Budden has always been outspoken, especially when it comes to hip-hop. Known for his controversial takes and strong opinions, Budden never hesitates to call things as he sees them, and this time was no different. Leading up to the Super Bowl, the announcement that Kendrick Lamar would be performing had fans excited, as the rapper's live performances have always been a spectacle. But when news of his Super Bowl song list started circulating, Joe Budden wasted no time tearing it apart. The rap world has long been divided on the topic of Kendrick Lamar. For some, he is a poetic genius, someone who uses his platform to elevate the culture and challenge societal norms. For others, his music, while respected, doesn't always hit the same mark as other artists in the game. Joe Budden, who has always had a more critical view of Kendrick, took the opportunity to voice his displeasure with the song selection. In Budden's opinion, Kendrick's choices were far from impressive. Budden's criticism was more than just a casual remark. It was a full-blown attack on Kendrick's artistic decisions. According to Budden, the songs Kendrick chose for the Super Bowl performance were lackluster and didn't do justice to the magnitude of the event. For Budden, the Super Bowl halftime show is an opportunity for artists to showcase their biggest hits, to leave a lasting impression on the global audience. But in his eyes, Kendrick's selection wasn't up to par. The thing about Joe Budden is that he's not afraid to be the voice of dissent. While many fans were eagerly awaiting Kendrick's performance, Budden was quick to criticize what he saw as a missed opportunity. He argued that Kendrick, with all his talent and influence, could have chosen better songs, ones that would have resonated more with the Super Bowl audience. But instead, he felt Kendrick went with a predictable list, one that didn't push boundaries or take risks. This is where the real tension started to build. For fans of Kendrick Lamar, this was more than just a disagreement over song choices. It was an attack on Kendrick's entire approach to his career. Kendrick has always been known for his thought-provoking music and his ability to speak on issues that matter. His albums are filled with introspection, commentary on society, and personal reflections. But in Joe Budden's eyes, this highbrow approach didn't belong on a stage as massive as the Super Bowl. Budden believed Kendrick was playing it safe, instead of using the moment to showcase the full range of his artistic abilities. Kendrick's fan base has always been fiercely loyal, and many felt that Budden's criticisms were unwarranted. Kendrick's music is often seen as deep and complex, and his fans take pride in the way he elevates the culture. To them, the idea that Kendrick could be criticized for his song choices at the Super Bowl felt ridiculous. They believed that Kendrick was always going to bring his A game, no matter what songs he chose, and that his performance would undoubtedly leave a mark on the event. But Budden's comments weren't without merit in the eyes of some hip-hop purists. The Super Bowl is the biggest stage in the world, and some believe that artists should take full advantage of that platform. It's not just about playing hits. It's about creating a moment, making the world pay attention to your music and your message. Joe Budden's frustration seemed to stem from the feeling that Kendrick wasn't doing that. Instead, he felt that Kendrick's choices were safe, not bold enough to make the kind of impact he was capable of making. For Budden, the Super Bowl halftime show isn't just about the music. It's about making history. The biggest artists in the world, from Beyoncé to Shakira to Dr. Dre, have used the stage to solidify their legacy. Budden believed Kendrick had an opportunity to elevate himself to a new level, to create a moment that would be remembered forever. But by choosing what he felt were less impactful songs, Budden saw Kendrick as missing the mark. The drama didn't stop with Joe Budden's criticism. The moment he made his opinions public, the internet went wild. Fans on both sides of the argument started to weigh in, creating a frenzy of commentary on social media. Some supported Budden, agreeing that Kendrick could have chosen better songs to represent his talents on the Super Bowl stage. Others fiercely defended Kendrick, calling out Budden for not understanding the depth and complexity of Kendrick's artistry. The debate quickly became more than just about music. It was about the perception of Kendrick Lamar as an artist. Was he playing it safe, or was he being true to himself? Kendrick has always walked his own path, making music that reflects his values and his experiences. To him, the music is always more important than the spectacle. But for Joe Budden, it was about creating a spectacle, a performance that would stick in the minds of viewers long after the Super Bowl ended. As the Super Bowl halftime show drew closer, the drama surrounding Kendrick's performance continued to build. But when the day finally arrived, Kendrick's performance was nothing short of spectacular. Fans were treated to a powerful, emotionally charged set that showcased his talent and his ability to connect with an audience on a deep level. Whether or not the song choices lived up to the hype, Kendrick delivered a performance that few could deny was impactful. In the end, what this whole debate boiled down to was the nature of art itself. Kendrick Lamar is an artist known for his depth and introspection, while Joe Budden, with his brash and unfiltered opinions, is someone who values boldness and impact. Both perspectives are valid in their own way. For some, Kendrick's performance was everything they hoped for, a deep and meaningful exploration of his art. For others, it was a missed opportunity to create a moment that would live forever in the annals of Super Bowl history. The Super Bowl is a place where the world's biggest artists are given a platform to shine, and with that comes a great deal of pressure. No matter how you feel about Joe Budden's criticism, one thing is clear. The conversation around Kendrick Lamar's performance added another layer of excitement to an already unforgettable event. Whether or not Kendrick's song list was perfect, he left his mark on the Super Bowl stage, just as he has done in the world of hip-hop for years. Now, with the debate over Kendrick's song choices fading into the background, one thing remains true. This conversation, like so many in hip-hop, is about more than just the music. It's about legacy, impact, and the ways in which artists use their platforms to challenge, entertain, and inspire. And in that regard, Kendrick Lamar proved once again why he's one of the most talked about figures in the world of hip-hop, no matter what Joe Budden has to say.